You know, it's interesting. The second I got out of the wagon, it started to storm. I mean, it started to thunder. But there's a cellular device that we will start the game off with. I came down here for a reason. That's only half a cellular device, but we're going to harvest it. So at the end of the year, the goal is 50 cell phones. I've also got a plan for my boots. Let's look around real good. It's thundering in the distance, so we don't have long, but that's okay. You just can't run through this or you'll miss out. Me too. There's the old power pole that goes in the ground, that is in the ground, that used to be the old bridge for this. That's the top of the padlock. And we've got to get way up there. There's one hole that I've never swished worth a flip that I need to do it right this time. Let's go. And it may not even be a swishing hole. I'm hoping it's shallow enough to where I can simply, oh man, that's a lot of thunder. I can simply use my hands. We gotta go. My hands, my magnet, my crack scratcher, and really harvest. We'll do some quick looks on the way. I should have wore a bigger helmet because those two holes in the side of my head where all the sound goes in, the wing part is getting sunburned. Just like all my hunts, early morning. Okay, it's not totally shallow. Let's go look. We're almost there. Hold on. I used an acronym incorrectly the other day on a video. I don't know if anyone will catch it, but really kind of ashamed of myself. Oh my goodness, it's full. This was a complete hole. Now it's full of gravel. We got some work to do. All the times I came before, I didn't have gloves. I didn't have my magnet, and I didn't have my crack scratcher. Well, I have my crack scratcher, but this thing wasn't full like this. So all of this gravel and these rocks have to come out. We've got to get all the way down to the bottom. So let me show it to you now. It's gonna take a few minutes. I'm not gonna force you to watch it. There it is now. I think we're gonna pull coins out of there and maybe a piece of jewelry. That's what I'm anticipating. So let's see. Okay. I got a little breathing situation going on. Check it out now. There's a big piece of copper. That's similar to the copper that's holding my magnet. I got my magnet on a copper because I don't want a little rope swinging around everywhere. So we'll spread this out and let it wash off while we're playing. And we'll look in it in a second for anything of any interest. Gotta spread it out a lot. And then the current will share the treasures. It'll be quick right there. Okay. I got a lot of it out. There's still a lot more. Let me get some more out. We need to get deeper. I have my camera propped up right there. And I was recording myself pulling all that stuff out. And then I realized I didn't turn the camera on, so I just had a little bit of a conversation with myself. So let's sort through this piece of brass. You gotta get the right angle so you can see. This is it. See if you see any coins in there. There's a washer. I don't see anything yet. Oh, there's a screw in there, and I heard some stuff. It's hard to tell if it's glass or coins or just oddball pieces of metal. So let's do this. Are you getting a visual of what I'm doing? Look at that. There's a coin. That counts, right? That will fall off once it dries. That is a modern library. Just some nails and washers. Alright, clean the magnet. Let's do it again. That's what I want. I want stuff that's been in there so long it's fused to something else. See, when you got your magnet on like a piece of brass like this, or even a stick, or a piece of wood, which is a stick, you can kind of point it to where you want it to go. So let's look at this. I don't see any coins in there. Now we'll pull out some more. The deeper it gets, the harder it is to bend over like this. Now let's do the magnet again. I'm gonna pop your neck. Straighten our little wand out. Nothing, not a lot of metal in there. So, I'm kind of going to quit because of the rains. Let's do this a little more. And then you just stand there and look. And you wait. For something incredible to show its little face. I don't see anything. I wish there wasn't so much water still, but look how deep the hole is now. There's more coins in there. I did pull a, I think it was right here, a ring out of here. I need a spot to place my knee bone. There's lead. Lead's always fun. There should not be any snakes under here because this is an inner city creek, and if they were in there, they're buried. I may pull a piece of one out in a minute. I need to grab some wads out of here with two hands again. Piece of slag. But the storm's getting closer. It's hard to get down in there and see to feel what's really on the bottom. It goes so far underneath the concrete. I can stand up. Even a chair or a stool wouldn't help because you still gotta lean over so far. I really need to be sitting on my hiney, but I didn't bring a hiney cushion. One coin so far. We got one library. That's it. Okay, we're gonna clean the magnet off and then go back and try again. I've got a magnet on a stick. Here's a piece of lead, a tire weight. And the only reason that's stuck is because it's got a little metal clip on it. If I had a way to put you under here, I would. It's just so hard to see. I need that rock gone. I'm gonna put you under here in a minute anyway. You're just gonna be so close, it may be blurry. The thunder rolls. I see stainless steel screws. Okay, I'm gonna put your face in the water, okay? Okay, I got your glasses off. You ready? Let's go. Bend your neck. Let's go. go back in. Okay. Looks like the storm went around me. And I dislodged a bunch of new dirt. But I do see something that looks like a big piece of slag. It ain't too big. So I have disrupted our little playground. So let's do it again. You ready? can't see. I know you can see, but when I look at it from above the water, all I see is ripples. So I'm not done. We'll look at another spot. We'll take our few pieces of copper we found, our 3 pieces of lead, our single library, which doesn't need to stay on there anymore because it's just a library scent. Now the question is, what is that metal thing? It could be anything. It could have been a piece of that iron right there that just absolutely disintegrated and turned into that. We're gonna move and check some of the other cracks before we leave. Before we go, these were the deepest piles of stuff I pulled out and threw in here. So if there's a coin, it should be in this. If you could even see it. You ought to be able to see it. Oh, I thought that was a coin. You did too, didn't you? They lay so flat. There's no one. Let's go do a little crack picking. I don't remember how many libraries I threw in here. This is the spot where I threw all the libraries in here. And came back. I threw them in during a flood when the water was almost to the top. I think 7 or 8 of 11 were recovered. Right there, look at that. Oh, I thought that was a coin. I can't tell if that's a tax token or simply a washer. We'll dry it off. I think it's just a washer, but that just shows to go yet. That if you like begonias, there's not going to be any here, but there could be coins down in here. And I have pulled old ones out like this using the old school technique before I became blessed with this, which you sent me. And I thank you because it is awesome. Yeah, you might scratch up a coin, but my goodness, it's been here forever. Hey, did y'all see there's a video out of a guy somewhere in England that was metal detecting and found a chariot that had been buried. He first started finding little copper things that went along with the burial. And I guess from what I heard, it was common to find complete chariots buried with the person, including their belongings or whatever tools they fought battles with. They bury it all in the same spot. So now, there we go. Library. Let's take a deeper cut. So now they brought in a full crew, an excavation crew, and they're digging it all up to look at it. I usually don't leave comments on OPVs because I just don't. I watch them and I don't watch a lot of YouTube videos. OPVs is other people's videos, but this one I did. I was just wondering, how long will we all have to be dead and buried for them to start digging us up and getting absolutely in all of all the junk we were buried with? Like say the watch we had on our arm, or the ring or whatever, or the iPhone, and say, wow, look at this. And then they rob all these graves just for the sake of seeing what used to go on. Because that's essentially what they're doing, it's grave robbing. Because it was buried intentionally. It wasn't like stuff that we metal detect and find that was accidentally dropped or from a combat area. It was a grave. No, I'm not an activist. Unless I put like the 2 parts of JB Weld together You have to put them both together to get it to activate. So in that, I'm wiping the sweat off my face. In that particular scenario, I am an activist when I activate two different parts of JB Weld. What I mean is a grave robbing activist. I guess there are legal ways to dig a grave and sit there and go, oh, But it's cool, he found some cool stuff. But the long story short, by law, he had to sell it to a museum. And by law, he got a lot of money. And by law, he had to split and give the property owner half of the money. So, I guess it kind of worked out for everybody. He gets to go look at it. It's kept at a museum. He gets to say, I found it. Like if they forced me to give up the only two Civil War weapons I found, metal detecting, they gave me a lot of money and put my name on a plaque. Actually, nah, I'd rather have them on my wall. So belay my first. That is a piece of lead. Thunder rolls. Okay, we'll check one more crack and then we're shuffling off. There's two more. It's hard to pass up a crack. You know what happens if you step on one. Is this thing recording? Can y'all hear me? I don't hear any of y'all talking back to me. It gets awkward when somebody comes and says, hey, what are you doing? And you say nothing. You're disturbing the crack. I know I'm in your line of sight. Sorry. You know, I never crack scratches way up in the corners. Even before, when I brought my bride here, we didn't go like way up in here. This thing's hanging in there pretty doggone good. Whoa. I'm about to have some situations. Okay, let's move on down. I'm almost done. Bear with me. Could you leave without crack scratching the last crack? Oh, there's two more. This one's gonna produce. I should have kept my gloves on. Paula needs the right one, right? Where's my right glove? Problem up in these areas, the water washes sideways and backwards. And you can't see. Okay, let's try the higher zone over here. Then we'll move up or down. I forget where I'm going. It's getting darker. My game is about over. A little bug. I didn't kill it. I got around it. Nothing. One more set. I know I said that. This is it. This is the spot we've been waiting on. It's usually library scents in here, which is strange. There's a piece of lead. If you're into lead recycling and selling, if it doesn't have the metal clip on there, you get a little more for it because they don't have to get the trash off. I haven't took stuff to the recycle place in a long time. I need to. I got buckets of different metals. See, that looked like corn, but I missed it. Usually they pop right up and lay on top of what you just crack scratched. Okay, other side, then we're done. Promise. We have found one library scent. One. That's one. That's what it's worth. Is one. Lead. It's common to find lead in all the creeks because, you know, when your tire goes out of balance, it's because you've lost a piece of lead off of it. And it gets thrown on the streets, and then an incredibly strong flood might move it. The same does not happen for coins because they're flat and they lay on the bottom. Ah, I see a coin. I do. Told you. What do you think, library? It is. It's been there a while. So you take this library and throw it right there. Where is it? It's still sitting there. There's the fastest moving water. Throw it right there. Where is it? It's still sitting there. And it takes a pretty doggone good flood with rolling rocks to move that downstream. Okay, let's go back over here. That's why if you find a coin in a river when you're metal detecting and you drop it, you don't really have to panic. It ain't gonna take off with the current. It's gonna be right at your feet again. With a metal detector, it's hard to lose something when you've dug it and drop it. Ah, I see a favorite treasure of mine without even utilizing. Key. A couple of rocks on it. See, that's new. So, key being like a coin is why it stopped right there. I'm done. I got to go. It's gonna storm my melon. Okay. Thanks for watching my videos. If you like it, hit that like thing. If you subscribe, then it means you subscribe. Thanks for watching my videos.